Oh, look at this. Oof. This week, it ended up real nice. That's the best way I can think to describe it. This was an average week. It snowed. So many things went on that I hadn't really expected to deal with, but I had to. We were trying to get stuff done as far as I want to print more zines and do stuff like that, and I'm having problems formatting everything, and that's crazy, but I'm gonna figure it out. It's gonna work. So it's not a huge deal, but it's kind of one of those things that just kind of wears at you while you're trying to get something accomplished. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? No? Okay. And then today, of great days, I got to hang out with my favorite cousin, Ty. Ty and I get together, and we go to Teddy's in DC, and Teddy's is a West Indian, Trinidadian, Trinbagonian restaurant. And as you can tell, even as I think about it, my accent comes back, and I see all these things, and it's just amazing. We had good food. Alec came with us. We all laughed and talked about comic books and crazy people and all this stuff. We just had a good time. It was a good time. I've got food for tomorrow for the show. I got 3 doubles, which is a West Indian food. I don't know how a good way to describe it. Most people only understand things in terms that they get. So I guess it's the Trinidad version of a taco, in a way, like a flatbread taco type of thing. It's not really a taco though. We have our own food, so it's kind of that thing. Islands, the thing about island food you have to keep in mind is island food is completely made up by the people who are there on said islands. So the food, although, yes, it's varied from island to island to island, and that's where it originally comes from, but the key factor is it's literally food that you don't really find unless you run into other people from that island. It's food you won't just, it's not quickly appropriated food because it takes a lot of work to make. And so when you have it, it's just like going home again. So that's kind of how I feel right now. I feel like I went home for a bit. It was beautiful. Heavenly. Many lives lived, many meals eaten, all shining moments. You know? It's amazing. All this progress. It costs so much money. And literally nothing has been done. What a wonderful use of money. So I have young, impressionable fans, so I shall try not to cuss as much on my show. I'm not so much worried about anything else. It's just been brought to my attention that I have young fans. And they don't need to learn all the curse words I know. So yeah, we're gonna stop. We're gonna stop cursing. I fucking mean it. I'll cut back. How about that? That's the caveat. I'll cut back. So I went back to get my bolt cutters my cable cutters, because I need to cut cables for my prints, for my paintings for the show. You cut wires. So I got glue sticks. I got all that stuff in my pockets. So yeah, I gotta go do that. I'm gonna go see Grady at the comic shop, because he's my boy and I want to see how he's doing, see how he's holding up. Everything's crazy there. So yeah, so let's go. So every day I read about a page of a book. Multiple books. Lots of different books. So today I'm reading my Dune book. And I've been doing this for I feel like several years now. So I wake up, read a page, put a bookmark. Sometimes I read multiple pages. But yeah, it's just kind of interesting. Keeps my brain sharp. Like a pencil. There's this great line that I read today, which is parting with people is a sadness, and a place is only a place. If that ain't just like hitting life on the nose, I don't know what is. Literature. It's weird how like words of old dead people still hold such power. But they write about truths, so you learn and kind of adapt from those understandings. So I've been working on this thing for a bit now, at least a couple days. I'd always wanted to do kind of like a comic strip in some way, but in a way that was more in the style in which I do things. Less on the perfect paper, perfect panels, all that stuff. Just to kind of tell a story and then see what I can do with it, you know? So I think it turned out really good, actually. I've never done one like this before, but I kind of wanted to do it in the style that I'd been doing, like these guys. The presentation, anyways. But I feel really good about it. I feel like it's turned out pretty well. But I got to go back and I got to do ink washes again and stuff like that and do stuff, but I feel happy about it. I feel genuinely happy about it. It's not perfect, but I don't need it to be perfect, you know? But I think it's pretty cool. It's a good first page. Like I said, I still got stuff I got to work on with it, but I'm having fun. I think most art projects are really about just having fun. So, I haven't done anything personally for a while. It's just for me. It's just for me. I think it turned out really good, actually. I like the yellow. It's an interesting choice. But it's a good start. I feel like it really turned out well. Like I wasn't planning it to kind of continue the way it has. But I like it. It's not perfect. It's not everything I wanted it to be or anything of that nature, but it's nice. And sometimes like when you make art, you just want to feel good about something you did. I feel good about it. So, yeah. Till next time, because that is next week. Something of that nature. I'm trying to grow the channel, so if you could sub, if you see this, if you could like, share, comment, all those things. I'd really love to get to the point where I could monetize this thing. I feel like I could do a lot with this. Peace. Bye.